Hello everybody. Today I'm going to do an email request that I got. Someone asked me to please show them how to make deviled eggs. They also asked for me to show them how to make potato salad. You know, 4th of July is coming up. Lots of cooking out, and so I'm not going to make a huge potato salad. But nonetheless, we're going to make potato salad, and we're going to make deviled eggs. A few deviled eggs, and then the rest of these eggs will obviously go into the potato salad. So, put your eggs in the pot. Put the water. The water is about, I'd say, 1 inch over the eggs. Always start with cold water. Always. You can see this is just starting to bubble just a little bit. So to boil eggs, if you want hard-boiled eggs, when this becomes to a rolling boil, when every bit of it is boiling, look at your clock, 7 minutes. When it comes to a rolling boil, let them boil for 7 minutes. And that's it. That's all you need. After that, we're going to take them out. We're going to pour this hot water out. Add cold water in, and I'm going to dump in a cup of ice. And then I'll show you what I do. But perfect hard-boiled eggs every time. Now, some people say you can just turn them on for 10 minutes, and it's done. I don't know, honestly, I don't know if that works or not. I just wait until it comes to a rolling boil. 7 minutes, and then perfect hard-boiled egg every time. So, I'm going to let these boil. These are going to take quite a while longer, but we'll be back to do the eggs afterwards. And that is what you call a rolling boil. The reason it's so important to put your eggs in the pan and then cover it with just regular tap water is because if you put your eggs in here and then you pour hot water over them, you risk cracking them, and you also risk getting them far too done if they don't crack. Most often they're going to crack, and it doesn't take long. Just 1 more minute and these will be ready to come out. And then I'll be back. Okay. Eggs boiled for probably 7.5 minutes. Now here is what I do. Pour out the hot water. Now I'm going to put some cold water in here. And we're going to put a bunch of ice. We're going to cool these down for, I don't know, we'll say 10 minutes. Actually, I'm normally using a bigger pot. So, I'm going to dig in here in each egg. And yes, these are hot. I'm just popping each end. Y'all see that? Just want them crushed. A little bit too much water. There we go. Okay. Pop it. Pop it. Now, by doing this, when these cool down some, these are going to be so easy to peel. That's probably a lot of people's #1 complaint about boiling eggs for any reason. They're hard to get out of the shell. If you do this, and make sure you bust each end of the egg so the water can kind of get in there, they'll pop right out of the shell. So I'm going to let these sit here for, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes is all they're going to need. And then I'll be back to show you how easy they do come out of the shell. Alright, Here we go. Egg number 1. Let me say this. I'm just kind of mashing around the side, crushing it with my fingers. Get this out of the way. I'm just going to drop this stuff on the counter. I'll clean it up later. See how easy that's popping off? Look at that. There we go. Just that simple. Mash it with my fingers. And I did wash my hands, by the way. Start tearing some off. And you'll see the whole thing will try to peel off on you. There we go. Perfectly peeled egg. Nothing worse than when you're, boiled eggs for something and then you can't get the shells off of them. I truly understand your pain here. But if you'll do it like that, then they come right off in giant chunks. There we go. Number 3. Don't even have to hit it on anything. Just get a couple of pieces, peel it up, and the whole thing comes right off. Look at that. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to clean up my mess, peel these other 2, and I'll be right back. All right, I put the 3 biggest eggs aside for our potato salad. Move this. Let's see. I don't know if you can see or not. Perfect. These are perfectly hard boiled. Let me move this over. You can see my little bowl. So I'm dumping the yolk of the egg straight into my bowl over here. I'm just using a butter knife. You can use a really sharp knife. It doesn't matter. As long as, I say that, and here I go making a mess. As long as they're hard boiled, you won't have to worry about them not coming out right. Unless you mess up and slice the egg with your fingernail like I did. Okay. All right, now we're going to move our eggs out of the way for just a minute. We're going to mash up our spoon out of my hand so y'all can actually see. We're going to mash up our yolks. Beautifully yellow. Can y'all see that? I sure hope so. I mean, those are beautiful. As a Southerner, I was probably making these deviled eggs by the time I was, I don't know, 12 or 13. I love them personally. I've always loved them. Not a fan of sweet relish. Not a fan of sweet peppers at all, but I absolutely love some deviled eggs. And we're only making a few here, because it's just me eating this tonight. Anyway, you mash up, get your yolks getting mashed up. If I can stop spilling it all over the counter. Keep it in the bowl where it goes. I'll hand it in real quick. Okay. As for mayonnaise, I'm a Blue Plate girl. Or Hellmann's. Really don't need much mayo. Again, this is only 3 eggs. So, don't go too crazy with the mayonnaise or they'll be just, you know, watery. Unless you like that. If you like that, go for it. Gonna put a little squirt of mustard. Okay. Dill relish. Dill relish. Let me get another. I'm going to use a fork for this because I do not want the juice of this relish. And again, this is only 3 eggs, so I'm not putting a lot. There's no, you know, need for it. We'll add a tiny bit more than that. And you just mix this all up. No one taught me how to boil eggs. I had to figure it out. And there's a lot of ways. I've actually heard that you can turn the stove on, put your pot, you know, of water and your eggs in it, put a lid on it, or bring it to a boil, put a lid on it, turn it off, and leave it for 10 minutes, I believe. Don't know if that works. I've never tried it. I know I had a lot of hard times figuring it out till I got it right, and I just stick to what works best, especially when it comes to getting the shells off. See that? All right, now, don't know why I grabbed onion powder. Ooh. Salt, just a little bit. Pepper, just a little bit. Mix that all up again. Oh, my mouth is watering. I love deviled eggs. I think I already said that, but I do. I really love them. Okay. Take a spoon. And just fill each egg. Now, you could always get a Ziploc bag, cut the end off, and, you know, pipe these in. You could get a piping bag and do it. Especially, you know, if you're making a whole bunch of these. Now, I'll go back and add some more in a couple of them. I start out putting a little bit, and that way I know for sure I've got enough. Don't want to overfill some, and then I just go back and add it if I feel like they don't have, quite enough. Which obviously they never have enough. And there we go. Potatoes are boiling away over here. We've got about know, 20 minutes left. Here's our eggs. We're going to add just a little paprika to make them a little pretty red on top. I think this was a Christmas thing. I don't actually know why the paprika is added on there, but and there you go. Just that simple. Let's give one a taste. I'll bite into the one I accidentally tore. Oh, if I can get it off without tearing it again. It's slippery. Mayonnaise, a little mustard, a little relish, salt, pepper, paprika. What I did mention is that I'll sit here and down all these in the next about 30 seconds. Love deviled eggs. Love these at Thanksgiving, Christmas, and always on the 4th of July. Anytime, honestly. They're delicious. They're easy to make. It takes, 5 minutes to whip them up. 7 minutes to boil, and there you go. All right, y'all. I will be back for the potato salad.